Much, ma'am. It's been a privilege for me that I'm invited on this particular platform. And I'm grateful to the IoT Academy, who is, working so much for delivering quality education to all of you. So that ways, I will just share my screen for sharing what exactly is the theme of today's session. So basically, we'll be discussing on the concept of online courses. Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I once again welcome you all for this national level faculty development program, which is organized by IoT Academy. And as I already told you, the today's topic is about online courses. I've been doing many online courses. It's not that I'm a teacher and I've stopped learning. So that ways, these online courses are there for everyone. So world is changing, and this particular topic reminds me of one of the quotes which is given by Sir Alvin Toffler. He rightly said that the learners of 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write. There'll be those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So basically, what exactly is the today's requirement is the concept we need to follow is learning, unlearning the old concepts and relearning new things. So if you talk about relearning new concepts, so in this today's fast scenario, in this today's fast context, we have to equip ourselves with the latest technologies, with the latest knowledge that is there, and the world is fast moving. So that ways, online courses helps us to equip our knowledge, skills, and aptitude in that particular sense. So let's peep into today's session. What exactly today's session is all about? If we talk about how we have been, shifted to an online or maybe the e-learning mode. So this is the scenario of our traditional learning. As per our traditional learning, what we used to have is this. This is one of the teachers. That teacher is teaching. It is on the blackboard, and students are they are the simple recipient of the. They receives the information, and they are mere the simple learner who are not very active. They are the passive learners who actually do whatever is being taught by the teacher. Whatever ways the teacher is teaching, they have to accept. They were very passive learners, and they were not very much involved or into the course curriculum or designing of the things and how to teach, what to teach, and all those things were not there in the traditional learning. But if I talk about the context which is being changed, which is now the online learning. So if I talk about the online learning, we have discussed about the concept of 21st century learners. So they are very active learners. They want everything. Pre-hand information has to be provided to them. They want the concepts to be taught to them in pre-hand, and they'll just learn up the things. They'll come to the classes, they'll discuss it with you, and then all those things happen. So this is the concept wherein a teacher is teaching via probably OBS or maybe any online software, and the teacher has uploaded the activity, and they're asking that the submission for the particular, the assignment is 11:59. So that ways the online teaching happens maybe in real time or may not be in real time. We'll discuss how, but that is this shift that we have seen. So I'll start up with my today's session with this particular quote that if you are successful in delivering e-learning, the learners won't be focused on e-part. They'll be just focusing on how awesome the learning part is. So that ways, what exactly is e-learning? At times, the online learning or the online courses, we are very reluctant to use the tools. We are very reluctant to, develop courses online. We have been pushed to the online learning platforms, but still many of us are very reluctant to even pursue those online courses. They are always, there is always a fear that okay, if we'll pay the fees, probably our degrees won't be, that fruitful, or probably our degrees won't be of that worth, and all these myths, misconceptions are there in the mind. And one more thing, if we are a teacher and if we wanted to, develop our own online courses, and if we wanted to develop the courses, and if we are delivering our education via those online courses, so that ways there is again a dilemma whether our online courses would be acceptable by students or not. So don't worry, for both the circumstances of learning via online courses and delivering online courses, we'll discuss everything in this particular session today. So let's move to the concept of what exactly is an online course. This is a typical definition which I got it, and it's one of the simple definition which I got it from the internet. So online courses are the educational programs that are conducted over internet, allowing the individuals. Basically, I just wanted to concentrate here that they allows you to learn and to acquire knowledge via flexible and convenient mode. So the online learning is flexible enough, they're very convenient, and apart from that, in the online courses, the multimedia material is there, which includes video lectures, reading, quizzes, assignments, or the discussion forums, wherein the students, they can access all these courses on a remote basis. So that ways they are known as the online courses, where the students can access the courses via their computers, desktops, mobiles. So let us go about a quick on the quick history of what exactly was online learning, how it has been evolved, and all these things. So the online learning was first introduced in 1990. Therein a radio program was there in 1920. Earlier, the initial concept was started in 1920, wherein distance learning radio programs were there in Europe. And in 1990, exactly what happened is the concept has been introduced with full-fledged. And the Plato was the first computer-based education tools, which was introduced by Professor John Wilson in 1960, and it has proved as one of the milestones for e-learning in the world. And apart from that, the last decade, we all know that last decade has transformed e-learning radically. And apart from that, it has been fueled up, it has been pushed up by the situation that we are all aware. We have all faced this particular situation of COVID-19, which has added a big push to the concept of online learning. So this was the quick a quick gist of how the online learning or how the online courses has came into their existence. What are the different types of online courses? If I talk about different types of online courses, you will get academic courses, you will get professional development courses, you will get skill based courses. So let's talk about all these courses in detail. The academic courses, we all know that the courses which is typically related to are traditional classroom based lectures or classroom based curriculum. So these are the courses which are taught, which are traditionally being taught by the educational institutions, and they are the part of either the degree program or the standalone courses, and they have a particular set start date and end date. So that ways, academic courses basically have start dates and end dates, proper assessments is there, proper grading is there. The example is UG courses and the PG courses. Apart from that, we are very well versed with what all academic courses are. Second is professional development course. These days, as I have already told you, we have discussed these things at the very beginning of this particular session, that the world is changing and we have to equip ourselves with the latest technological changes, the latest advancements which is there, maybe in terms of acquiring some professional knowledge, So that ways, there are various online professional development courses which will exactly improve your expertise in a particular area. And if you get these degree, you can get an edge into your career, you can get an extra salary, you can get an extra perk, or maybe you yourself can think of starting your own enterprise in that particular sense. So a special kind of training or special kind of skill for developing your knowledge, for developing your expertise in a particular area, for your professional development, that is there. The example is, if suppose you're from IT background, if you wanted to develop some if you wanted to know some latest languages, maybe Python, or maybe if you wanted to have and expertise in artificial intelligence, which is very in these days. So that ways you can equip yourself with those professional development courses, maybe on artificial intelligence, maybe on data analytics. So that ways, these are the professional development courses. Apart from that, what exactly is there is the skill based courses. In India, we have the best we have the best people, because ours is the youngest nation in the world. So that ways, we have the best people who can acquire these skills. So for acquiring a particular skill set, these skill based courses are introduced online, or maybe you can see all these courses offline also. But in this particular today's session, we'll be discussing about the online courses. So that ways, they focus basically on a certain set of skill. If you wanted to develop your, suppose, photography skill, if you wanted to develop your designing skill, if you wanted to develop your, suppose you if you wanted to learn something related to graphics, so something related to animations, so that ways you can develop all these skills. And the examples is, if you wanted to learn new languages, if you wanted to have some soft skills, photography, if something is related to a particular skill which requires hands-on practice. So that ways, these skill based courses are also available. So let's discuss more about the classification of online courses. About the classification, we have massive open online courses, which is commonly known as MOOCs. We have micro learning courses, we have blended or hybrid courses, then we have specialized courses. So I think all of you have heard about all these courses somewhere or the other. So but let's talk about all these courses in detail. First is the massive open online courses. So each word has its own own importance. First is the massive, which is catering to a large community, or scalability is high. Open, which is open means free to all, openly available. Nothing is being there in a particular institution, it is open to all. And it is online, via the online mode it is there, and you have the courses. So let's talk about what exactly is MOOCs, what is MOOCs, how it is beneficial. We will discuss all these things. MOOCs are free online, free or low cost online courses. If I talk about, if I give you an example of Indian MOOCs, we have Swayam, we have CEC. So all these platforms are available. So if I talk about Swayam, in Swayam, many of the courses are free, but almost most of the courses are free, in the sense you can get the knowledge. But if you wanted to have certification in that particular area, you need to give a minimal fees, which is around 1500, I suppose. So earlier it was 1000, now it is 1500. So that ways, it is very less cost as compared to if you are doing an AI course from Swayam. Probably you will get all the contents almost at the very minimal cost of 1500 or 2000. But if you wanted to learn same course from any university or from any institute, probably you have to pay the amount in lakhs. So that ways, MOOCs are free or low cost online courses that can accommodate a large number. I told you the massive means large number of participants are there, which is offered on an open basis. It covers a wide range of subjects, and students can learn these things at their flexible schedules. The schedules are not fixed. That means as per the learner pace, they are based on the self pace of the learners. They have you under MOOCs, you have the option of even getting certificate just after giving their proctored exam, and you can get the academic credit of those MOOCs. So that is the whole scenario. So I told you, it is being offered to large number, it is being provided to all, it is open, and it covers variety of subjects. So many, you name the subjects, it is there in Swayam. I just want to, because I have been doing many courses from Swayam, plus I've been generating courses. So that ways, we know that a large variety of subjects, diverse subjects are covered under MOOCs, and students have been given flexible timings. And as I told you that you can even earn the certificates, just have to pay the amount for giving the proctored exam. Once you clear the exam, you'll be getting the certificate, and you can earn the academic credit, which is further being added to your ABC account if NEP is implemented in your institute. Then next is the micro learning courses. Micro learning courses are almost the courses which is very short courses, very small courses. So micro learning refers to the courses that is delivered content in bite-sized modules or lessons, small lessons or small chits and bits may if you learn the courses. So that is micro learning. These courses are focusing on delivering concise and targeted information, making the learner easier to absorb and retain the knowledge. If you teach a particular complex topic in some small bits and pieces, it will be easy for your learners to understand. So that ways, if you're learning a topic in small modules, so that is micro learning. So micro learning is basically for busy individuals who prefers to have learning in small pieces. And the examples are soft skills, language skills, mobile applications. If you wanted to develop a mobile application, you can learn these micro learning courses. You can have then skill. Apart from that, you have skill based courses. Next is the blended or the hybrid courses. As we all know, because we have been from last or almost 2.5 years, we have been pushed to these blended mode of teaching and learning. So as blended, the term blended means the combination of traditional and online. So we have the combination of online instruction supported with in-person component. That means you will be having some online delivery of informations. Along with those, in-person sessions could be there with that person, and it involves a mix of online lectures along with face-to-face sessions. Or maybe suppose you are doing something related to science subjects, and if you wanted to do some laboratory work for practicals, you have to approach to the institutions. And apart from that, the written material or the online lectures are being served. So that is a blend of the two, that is also known as hybrid. So that ways, the blend courses offer a balance between the flexibility of the online learning and the benefit of in-person interaction. So the blended learning or the blended courses are, again, it's a wonderful combination of the two. Then we have specialized courses. As the name itself indicates, the specialized courses. Suppose you wanted to have some specialization in terms of, suppose, health industry or IT industry, or maybe if you wanted to develop your own business, and if you wanted to have an specialized course for entrepreneurship. So that ways, if you wanted to do some specialized, if you wanted to learn some specialized knowledge or specialized skill, so that ways you have all these specialized courses available. And what are the different modes of online courses? What are the different modes with which the online courses may be offered or may be received? So we have synchronous mode and asynchronous mode. So we'll be discussing what exactly is synchronous and what is asynchronous. So before a detailed discussion, I just wanted to tell you the the way with which this FDP is happening, as madam told that it is the last day. So you might have dealt with so many topics earlier also during this faculty development program. So all those lectures were there in a synchronous mode, so you are learning in real time. And if these videos are uploaded on YouTube, and then you are learning it as per your convenience, as per your timings, as per your comforts, so that would be asynchronous mode. So I told you the difference between synchronous and asynchronous. We'll be dealing the things with in detail. Synchronous learning is, the examples are live webinar, instant messaging, video conferencing, which is right now we are doing, then virtual classrooms. So that is totally the synchronous mode of learning, where the student learn at the same time. Student learn at the same time means the learning happens in real time. I am delivering the content and you people are getting it live. So that is synchronous mode of learning. The possibility of engagement is more, and apart from that we can invite your feedbacks to have further clarifications. And apart from that, I'll be able to get whether my knowledge or whether my content is delivered to you well, and you have understood it well. So that way synchronized learning is there. And apart from that, the next is asynchronized learning or asynchronized mode of online courses. You have courses wherein the teachers send the mails, or some blogs are there, or some pre-recorded videos are there. Those pre-recorded videos are there. If you're viewing it at some, because their recording happens at some time, and the learning happens at some different point of time as per the convenience of the learner. So the students in the asynchronous mode of learning, the students learn at different times. The communication is not live, and it is not very possible to have interaction with the students. If you are mailing them as a teacher, they'll see the mail at some different point of time, and they'll revert at some different point of time, and they'll give you feedback, or maybe they'll ask their queries at different point of time, and then you probably may be replying to their queries at a different point of time. So that ways there is a difference. There is a large difference between synchronous and asynchronous mode of learning. But in the synchronous mode of learning, there is active engagement of students, and in asynchronous mode of learning, the students, it is very convenient for the students to learn as per their flexibility. Then, if I talk about the advantages of online courses, because we are dealing what is online course, and we are dealing only with the online course. So let's discuss on the advantages which are there in the online courses. The first advantage, you can see from this picture. These are the advantages. Learning can be self-paced. Suppose this is a class, and the teacher has given some online lectures, some pre-recorded lectures, or maybe all those things. So this person is learning remedial maths. This person is learning algebra. This person is learning pre-algebra. This person is learning pre-calculus. So based on their convenience, they are learning different topics, which is given by teachers pre-hand. So I must tell you, the online courses are convenient, very convenient as per the learner's requirement. They can learn it at with their convenience. Then the courses offers flexibility. Then the courses brings education right to your home. If Because in earlier days the online courses were not there, the education was very difficult. The person has to travel along to be into their institutes. They have to commute along to have an access to their educational institutes. We have been listening so many things from our fathers, forefathers, and grandfathers. So that ways they used to tell us, we used to travel along for getting the education. It was very difficult. But nowadays, you can have the education right to your home. And it is 3 A's which is being offered via this online. This is first A is anyone, anytime, and at any point of time they can learn the things. So that ways, three A's of learning is there. Then online courses offer more individual attention, because if you are learning, via online, and if it is a synchronous mode of learning, you can ask your doubts, but the condition is you have to be an active learner in that case. So that ways you will get an individual attention. Then online courses have team of experts. The person delivering online course is not an individual person. If you are developing an online course, you need to have a team wherein a person is expertise at delivering it, the other person may be expertise at writing the script, the other person may be the expertise at recording those videos, the editing part, and all these things happen. So we have a team of expert which works on those online courses. Then the online courses gives you real world skills also, and it promotes lifelong learning. That means once you see the video that is available on the internet, you can access it via your throughout your life. So that is there. Then you have the financial benefit also, because the online courses are cost effective. You don't have to either like pay very or many a times the online courses are free. And if suppose they're not free, they might be, if they're charged, if they're paid, they are paid at very less amount, so the amount is very less. So you have the financial benefits as well. Then online coaches teaches you to be self-disciplined in the sense that nobody is after you, that you have to deal with the things, you have to teach, you have to study this, you have to study that. It is all available to you. It is your self-discipline, or it is your self stimulation that is working, and you are completing that online courses on a self-paced basis. Then they connects you to the global village. That global access is there. If you wanted to learn some courses from Udemy, from Coursera, they are the online, they are the global level courses. So that way you can learn all those courses as well. So these are the different advantages of the online courses. Now we will deal with what all are the disadvantages. If I talk about disadvantages, the course require more time than on-campus classes. Suppose your teacher is teaching a particular course, they have the targets to complete the course in a week, or maybe in 15 days they'll complete this much, within a month they'll complete this much. But in online courses it is not like that. They are, at times they require more time. Then it may be easier for you to procrastinate the things, because you keep on delaying your study, delaying on studying your material which is given to you. You keep on procrastinating the things. So that is the one of the disadvantages. Then good time management skills has to be required if you are dealing with the online, maybe delivery or maybe receiving those courses. So that ways time management is must. Online course may create a sense of isolation as well. Because you are not in a class wherein you have a peer group to motivate you, or to stimulate you to do better. So that ways a sense of isolation is there. Then online courses requires you to be an active learner. If you're not an active learner, you will be pushed back. So that it is not for all. Then frustration is there due to digital divide. At times you are not getting a proper connectivity, or due to technical glitches are there, technical halts are there. So due to those technical glitches, or maybe due to the technical digital divide, which is still not there in many areas of many rural areas of India, so frustration is there. Then social isolation, mental disconnect, and lack of motivation is there. If you're learning a course, on an individual basis, if you're keeping if you're not able to keep up your pace with that particular course, that will give you a sense of isolation, and you will be mentally disconnected with your peer group, and you will not be motivated to do further. At times, we have seen that people enroll themselves into the course, but they don't complete the course. In many of the cases, in many of the studies, we'll be seeing those facts, datas in the upcoming slides as well, but that is there. Then online courses provide limited teacher interaction. Yes, I agree. Attention is more, but interaction is not much, because a teacher has to interact with so many students which are, available beyond their screens. They are not in front of them. So that ways limited teacher interaction is there. Then last is the online courses requires you to be responsible for your own learning. There is no institution who is taking, who is motivating you, who is guiding you, who is after you to do the course, but you yourself will be responsible for your progress in the online courses. Then online courses, basically what exactly is what all are the different components that you see in the online courses. You will be having segmented videos. That means, suppose these are the short videos, so all these videos are there, and these videos are in different segments. So different segmentation is there. This is for first week, this is for second week, this is for third week. So that ways you will be having segmented videos that you have to cover. Then supported audios are there. At times, along with the videos, you will be having some podcast, or you will be having some audio clips available to explain the concept better. Then that is supplemented by the third part, which is the multimedia text. The text is available maybe in the form of Word file, maybe in the form of PDFs, mostly in the form of PDFs, or mostly in the form of some, um, graphs or infographics or charts or mind maps, and all these things are there. So all these multimedia text is available. So your online course is supplemented with videos, audios, multimedia text. And apart from that, you will be having questions. You will be having many questions to do for completion of the things. Then you will be having the assignments. You have the person or your teacher will judge you on the basis of the assignments. Apart from that, you'll be having discussion forum, wherein so many learners, so suppose there are 1 lakh learners, or maybe more than that. So all those learners would be discussing on some topic which they might not feel understandable in that particular course, or they might not have understood it well. So that ways the discussion forum is also available. And lastly, the links is also given for the further readings in the online courses. So that ways the online courses are the bundle of complete information in the form of videos, audios, text, questions, assignments, discussion platforms, and the links in support of if you wanted to learn further. That is all available. Then what are the different tools of getting the content? Say if you wanted to deliver your own online course, and if you wanted to get the content, first is the freeware tools, the second is the open source software tools, and the third are the proprietary softwares, or the paid softwares, or the premium softwares. So the freewares are the programs that we can use without paying for it, but here the source code may not be available. So they're the freewares. That means you can use them to deliver your contents. If you want freewares for screen recording, if you wanted to use freeware for editing your videos, all these things, you can use them, but source code may not be available. Next is the open source softwares. Open source softwares are again, they are freely available. They're openly available to public. Here, one benefit is there. You can modify the things. You can reuse them because the source code is available. The people from the technical background would be knowing what exactly is the source code. But the thing is, you just need to understand they are free. The freewares are free. Open source are again free, openly used by public. But here source code, that means you cannot change the content. You cannot modify the things. Here you can modify the things. In the open source softwares, you can modify or reuse the things. Next is the paid software or the proprietary software, wherein the things are paid. and you get more advanced features of using a particular content. If I talk about the online delivery tools, these are the different platforms for delivering your online courses. If you are developing a course and you don't want it to get then you don't want it to associate yourself with some organization, with some institution, so that ways these are the best tools. These are the platforms. I'll just show you all. So these are the platforms that allows educators to create and deliver online courses, and you can even track their students' progress. You can manage their assessments. You can give the grades to your students. So here, these are the freemium tools. Freemium, I wrote this particular word, freemium. Premium means free to some extent, and if you wanted to use the advanced features, you have to pay. So that is a combination of free and premium or proprietary. So that is a combination wherein you can use a tool Blackboard, you can use Google Classrooms, you can use Canvas. So these are the tools. There are many tools, but I'm just giving you very few. Concentrate on these tools, start using the and start developing your course in these tools, via these tools, and definitely your students would be benefited. And if you wanted to go for some advanced versions, you need to pay. And apart from that, there are other tools also available, but these are very handy, very easy to use for beginners. Next, we have open source softwares. If I talk about the open source softwares, I told you what are the open source softwares. So they are openly available. Here, the source code is also available. So Moodle is one of those free tools. Then we have Sakai. Let me change the color. AT Tutor is there, Caroline is there, Connections is again wonderful. Then Moodle is, most of you might be using or might have used Moodle. Then Sakai is again one of those platforms wherein they're free, they're openly available, and you can develop your content there. Then some freebies. Freebies are the free softwares. They are the open source softwares, and they're the free softwares. The course lab is there, then Udemy is there. So that they are the free softwares or the free platforms wherein you can develop your own courses also. Then talking about the platforms which are available and which are well known, this is one of the slides I purposely prepared just to tell you all these are the different platforms. You might be aware of Coursera, Udemy, edX, LinkedIn Learning. So LinkedIn Learning is again a wonderful platform wherein you can learn many new things, and most of the courses are free. You don't have to pay. Then Khan's Academy is there, Skillshare is there, Future Learn, Teachable, Udacity. Then edX is there, which is open source platform for I gave all the descriptions also. That means the Coursera, you will get all range of courses for specialized programs, for degree programs. Then for Udemy, you have online courses with with diverse selection of topics. So many topics are available. So that ways our Indian platform is, so many Indian platforms I've purposely included. One government in a platform which is there, which is Swayam. You can along with your team, you can apply to Swayam, and you can develop courses on Swayam, and they're very well paid courses. More than 8 to 9 lakhs you will get if you will develop your courses on Swayam. Then Upgrad is there, then Talent Edge is there, and NPTEL. So NPTEL is again one of the partners of for Swayam, but they also offer courses from engineering and science discipline on a separate basis. Then we have private partners as well, Vedantu, Byju's, Toppers. So all these are the different platforms from where you might have learned about online courses, or maybe wherein you can develop your courses, offer it to them, they'll pay you well. So these are the different platforms. Then if you are developing your courses, and if you wanted to connect with your students, you are aware of all these platforms which are with which you can connect it with your students, because many a times The problem arises with the platform. If you have, suppose, the students to the extent of 100, you can cater it with Google Meet free, no issues. But if your students are more than that, then what to do? So that ways, Big Blue Button is one of the open source softwares which allows you to communicate it with your students in real time. Maybe you can use audios, videos, screencasting, and all these things could be there. So these are the different conferencing platform. To most of these connection tools, you are well aware, but few are there which are openly available to you all. You don't have to pay. So that is there. Then because you are developing the content, you need to collaborate with your, because collaboration is a big thing these days. Even if you want, if you are doing, if you are developing some online courses, you cannot develop it on your own, because so many tasks, so many number of things are there in developing one course, that it would be very difficult for you to do the things on your own or at an individual basis. So for that matter, you have these collaboration tools which allows you to collaborate with different educators, with your peer group, with your students. The different tools are, let me tell you, you have Asanas, you have Edu Google, you have Mind Maps, you have Trello, you have Insert Learning, we have Slack. Because I'll just give you all the tools. I've given you all the tools with which you can collaborate, but I cannot explain you all these tools within a span of this particular 1 hour. Because if suppose we'll deal with mind maps, or if we'll deal with Asana as a tool, it will again take around 3 to 4 hours to just explain you what Asana is, how you do the things. But kindly add all these, all these tools into kindly add all these tools to the directory of your mind, so that if somebody asks you, let's collaborate and all these things, we'll develop a course together. So that ways you can go for all these collaboration tools. Then next is screen recording or screencasting. I've been using this particular slide for delivering many of the courses, because for e-content also you have to use all these tools. But yes, if you are developing a course via online, so if you are a developer of an online course, you need to use all these screen recording softwares. So you can use OBS, which is an source software. You can use Google Slides, you can use MS PowerPoint, you can use Cam Studio, Camtasia, then you can use Looms. So if you are developing a course, you need to definitely add some videos to it. So for developing those videos, you need to have these screen recording options available with you. Then next is audio video editing. So for your team, if you are developing the online courses, so for your team, you have to have the video editing experts available with you, who can work on editing of the audios or editing of your videos, and they can develop a wonderful course that could be served on Swayam, or that could be given to different platforms wherein you can get the learners. So Audacity is there, Wavepad is there for audio editing, VSDC and OpenShot is there for video editing. Apart from that, these are the freemium tools, that means free to some extent, but if you wanted to use the advanced features, you have to pay. So that is Filmora Go and Final Cut Pro. I use all these tools for developing some e-content for some online courses. So that is there. Then we have, because in present context, we need to have add animations to our topics if we wanted to deliver it in a best possible manner. Because on YouTube, on internet is full of content. The only thing as a teacher, your responsibility is how to deliver the content in a right direction, so that your students will appreciate it, your students will learn it better. So that ways, if you will add animations to your content, animations to your online courses, So we have all these animation tools. You can use them. Powtoon is there, Platagon is there, Animaker is there. And apart from that, these four tools, Flash, Art of Illusion, Blender, OpenToons, all these four tools are open source softwares. These are freemium. These three are the freemium. These four are the open source softwares. Then about the images, many of the times we face difficulties in finding the best images. Either the option is either to develop it on your own. So these days we have so many options to develop them on our own. We are using, artificial intelligence tools to develop images for our online, material, for our online delivery of the courses. So apart from your artificial intelligence tools for developing the images, you have Why Not Pics, Google Advanced Search, then Pixabay is there, then Shutterstock, Wikimedia Commons, Unsplash, Pixel, Flickr. All these are the different tools or the source from where you can get the images. Apart from that, I was telling you about the artificial intelligence tool. So that ways, Midjourney is one of those wonderful tools wherein you can develop the images. Then DALL-E is again one of the artificial intelligence tools that allows you to develop images for your purpose. Then because you are dealing with the study material being delivered to the students online, so you need to have the tutorials in the form of material or the text material. So that is there. You can get the e-text or the online text from open educational resources. Books, definitely books are the best, but these days it would be easy uh, for you to access the online material. That is why I gave you. Otherwise, books are the best source from where you can get the content, include it in your online course and deliver it to your students. So that is there. But apart from that, you have open educational resources, you have National Digital Library, you have Swayam, then Swayam Prabha, EPG Pathshala, CEC, that is the Consortium of Educational Communication, then NCRT, NIOS, IGNOU. All these are the platforms wherein you can get the text, and you can easily include those text, giving just a reference of all these materials which is there, and you can include those materials into your online courses. Apart from that, the study material can also be derived from NPTEL, eGyan Kosh, EPG Pathshala, Directory of Open Access Journals, then Project Gutenberg, then Open Access Thesis Dissertation, then Science Direct, Open Access Content, Shodh Ganga, Directory of Open Access Books, PDF Drive, and social networking. Yes, social networking is one of the best, but not the authentic one. So you need to check it out from where to get the authentic and the best material for your students. I just wanted to tell here that Project Gutenberg is one of those repositories wherein you can get so many books. More than this 60,000 was the figure which I took it in the year 2022. I've not updated it, but yes, they might have updated it in their records. So Project Gutenberg has more than 60,000 books, and all those books are free. They're free ebooks. You can have an access to all these study material, all these books freely, and you can incorporate in your online courses. Then again, if you wanted to add some graphics to your online course, you need to have an expertise on these tools as well. These are the different graphic designing tools. So with the help of these graphic designing tools, you can develop images or graphics or infographics or mind maps of your own, and incorporate all those graphics, mind maps, infographics, or charts, or maybe cyclic diagrams in your online course or online content. So your students definitely would love your lectures if you'll add these graphics with the help of all these graphic designing tools. If you'll add graphics to your content, you'll get an edge. Then next is, if I talk about the top 10 online platforms, we have already discussed. Yes, I already gave you a list of these Coursera, edX, but the top 10 online learning platforms in the year 2023, it is Grow Google, that is Google Digital Garbage. Then Swayam portal is there, which is in second. Then third is LinkedIn learning platform, which is formerly, LinkedIn is one of those platforms wherein you can learn many wonderful courses specifically for your professional development, because LinkedIn is a platform for your professional development. So if you are doing all these courses from LinkedIn, I have been doing many courses from LinkedIn, so that ways you can also go for those courses. Then Coursera is there, then edX Learning is there. Sixth is Udemy, seventh Skillshare, eighth is Udacity, ninth is Masterclass, and 10th is An Academy. An Academy is again one of the Indian startups, and which has grown like anything. So these are the top 10 online learning platforms. Then I'll just discuss you certain facts on the online courses which is available. This is the data which is showing that the online market has experienced, you all know that they have experienced a huge growth, and it is being predicted or projected that the e-learning will reach to 374.3 billions dollar by the year 2026, and it is growing with the rate with a compounded annual growth. This CAGR is 14.6%, which is which is a big number. People from statistics background, or people from accounts, or maybe people from finance background would be able to understand how big is this number. So 14.6 CAGR is the growth rate which is there. Apart from that, if I talk about MOOCs, you yourself can see the difference. You yourself can see in the year 2022, the growth is 7.98 billion US dollars, but they're projecting it to increase by 26.9. So it will increase approximately by 26.09 billions in the year 2032. So again, a growth rate of 14 CAGR. So almost 14% growth rate is there, which is which is not a simple growth rate. It is a compounded annual growth rate. So that means it is going to increase a lot. Then if I talk about the, okay, let me delete the things first. Okay. Yeah. If I talk about the users of this MOOCs all over the world, if I talk about the global scenario, the users are this North America. They are the largest region. They have already been submerged themselves into, they've already been submerged into this MOOCs. All the teaching learning happens via these MOOCs only. And fastest growing regions, you can see the fastest growing regions are these fastest growing regions, and our India, we are proud to be the part of those fastest growing regions wherein MOOCs is very prevalent these days. Then research shows that about research shows for this research is about the millennial generation or the post millennial generation, which says that uh, uh, the online learning adopt will increase in near future. And what is the rate? The rate is 78% of the people, they are saying, it is not the rate, sorry, that it is the ratio with which they are saying that 70%, 78% of the people believe that the online learning would be there and they would prefer to learn online. So there is a huge scope of growth in the online courses. So that ways, most of them wanted free self-guided learning. Then second is the preferred platform program modes is paid online but mini courses, then paid online short courses. Then next is free MOOCs, then paid online micro masters. So that means this particular research shows that this millennial or the post millennial generation jo hai, that they just wanted to they don't want people to guide them, first thing. So that is self guided. You give them the things, they will keep on learning at their own pace. So that is self paced learning courses they want. Then second is mini courses. They don't wanted to learn more because their attention span is very less. Their retention power is less. So to absorb the course or to absorb the content, they want it to be in the chits and bits. Mini courses has to be there. Then online short courses are there. Then free MOOCs and paid online, the MicroMaster. Again, the small courses. Then this is again, this is I think the almost the last slide, which shows that 10% almost how, what is the motivation to pursue further education. The one of the research I have incorporated it over here, that people wanted to go for research. You can see this word cloud which is there. This word cloud shows that the people wanted to go for further education in terms of online education only, to get the knowledge, to get promotion, or to get education, to get new skills, opportunities, degree, professional success, pay better, experience, achievements, and all these things. But the real data here for this particular word cloud, the real data states that 10% were the career restarters. 10% wanted to re-enter into a new, they didn't got their desired job, so they wanted to restart their career. 23, so that is the reason why they wanted to go for online courses. So these are the reasons why they wanted to go for online courses. 10% wanted to go for restarting their careers. 23% people wanted to develop their careers. So they wanted to have career builders. They wanted to be the career builders. They wanted, in the existing careers, in the existing skills, they just wanted to add up so that their career would be strong enough. Then 20%, 21% were the career switchers. They would be in the same line, but yes, with the expanded opportunities. They don't wanted to restart. They just wanted to switch to a better company in the same grounds, on the same lines, but with a better opportunities. Then 31 were the career advancers who have, career advancers means the people who know that there is a lot of scope in the upcoming field. Suppose if I wanted to go for to develop my career in AI, artificial intelligence, I know that for further 5 years, definitely artificial intelligence would be a big thing. So that means I have to develop, or I'll have to acquire the skills in terms of as a career advances. Then 13% people wants to them as career launchers. That means they wanted to start their new careers, so they wanted to go for online courses. And 1% fell in other category, maybe for some other things. So that was the research which was there. So I just wanted to conclude my session that with this particular quote, that online education is like a rising tide. It's going to lift all boats. And apart from that, online learning is not the next big thing. It is now the big thing. So I think you should, if you are a teacher, if you are a faculty, if you are a passionate teacher, develop your own online courses, deliver it on different platforms, which I've taught in the previous slides, which I've discussed in the previous slides. And apart from that, do equip yourself with the online courses which are available maybe on Swayam Prabha, so many platforms we have discussed. So equip yourself with latest technologies, latest skills, latest advancements to be in this industry, because life never stops you teaching. So please be into this particular thing. Keep learning good things daily. So thank you so much to all the patient listeners, and thanks to IoT Academy for this platform. Over to you, ma'am, for discussions. If anybody is having any doubt, we can have this discussion.